Lesson 1 and 5, God's peace and joy are mine. We're talking about gifts today. So if I got invited to a baby shower and I spent $50 for something on her registry, I'm actually losing something. I'm losing money, and she's actually gaining something. So we associate gifts as somebody loses and somebody receives. That is not correct. When we give gifts in God's world, we actually receive them at the same time. So let's talk about a husband that isn't very good to his wife, and maybe he hits her every once in a while, and then he feels guilty, and he buys her flowers, and then maybe jewelry or something like that. He's actually giving her something, and she's receiving something, and he's hoping to get a loan paid back in full plus interest for that, so she'll take care of him, stay with him. So he's looking for something actually bigger. But giving, there really is, in receiving, we associate that with loss. So we don't like to give. This is the ego saying, don't give because you're losing something, and don't receive stuff because you're losing something and you'll have to pay back this loan. So the ego kind of tricks us in this kind of thing that we should be fearful to give and we should be fearful to receive. Because this guy's actually bargaining with his wife, and it's made totally in guilt. It's to make her feel guilty that she'd want to leave him. I'm going to be good. I'm giving you jewelry. And that's not correct at all. So we associate, like I said, giving as a source of fear to avoid the receiving. But God, to give a gift is to actually receive a gift. And there is no loss at all, because if you think about it, all his gifts, there is never depletion of God's gifts. If there was, then that would be the ego saying God's gifts are full all the time. We just see them as depleted. And so how I like to look at it is, as I give to others this joy, this peace, this happiness, I'm not losing something. And as I give it to you, okay, so if I imagine myself as a little ball of light, and I give it to you, and now you're a little ball of light, and I give it to somebody else, a little ball of light, and somebody else, all these little balls of light end up getting bigger. So to give is to actually increase and receive as well. For me, well, for everyone, for the world. So these balls of lights are getting bigger. So I'm giving to others, and it's actually getting bigger. So I'm receiving more of God's love and energy. So true gift has no loss, and it only has a gain. Now let's look at enemies, someone that you don't like, or someone that's hurt you, or you hurt others. To deny them this love that they deserve, or to not want to give them a gift, is actually denying something for yourself. Because if you want that ball of light to get bigger, if you're not giving it to them, then your ball of light will stay smaller. So to deny an enemy is to deny yourself. We need to return to them the gifts that we have found with God, the love, peace, and joy. We need to claim them as our own. That's our right. Claim them as our own, because we're all one person. And so we need to give what we receive, and we will find that God's peace and joy are ours, and everyone else's, and God's too.